how smart is AI right now. But I came across the statement, by 2030-35, 9.4 million Uber drivers on the Uber platform will be replaced by autonomous vehicles
Yeah.
with AI.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, I think that AI is superhuman already, right? We don't need to wait that that statement is true. So in some narrow domains, in some areas of intelligence, it can already process information. It can write, it can translate, it can capture a vast amount of knowledge faster than any human person can. So I think in that regard, AI is already superhuman. What it lacks, however, Luca, is common sense. What it lacks is the lived experience of being a human. What it lacks is that genuine understanding of the world. Let me give you an example. Imagine that you were born in a library and you had no way of experiencing the world. There are no windows, there are no people, but you learn how to...
Just you and books.
Just you and books. And you learn how to read, and you read all the library, and now you're an adult. So all your knowledge is formed by those books in the library, but you have absolutely no experience. You've never seen the tree that you read about in the books. AI is like that. It's got a vast amount of information about the world, but it never lived in the world. Now, the danger for us humans is not that AI is superhuman or super intelligent. The danger is that the competence that AI has in language creates an illusion of wisdom, right? And wisdom and knowledge are very different things, and wisdom and information are very different things. So, often AI is smarter than us humans in tasks, but it is not wiser than us humans. And one of the most important human values that must remain is critical thinking, is judgment, because that is fundamentally human.
But at the end of the day, we aren't working on that critical thinking aspect. If we're working day to day on AI, prompt, we're making life easy for ourselves. There's a difference between getting around and moving forward. Malta Public Transport has taken one of the biggest steps yet. Every single bus in Gozo is now fully electric. Just imagine this, a whole island with no loud engines. Overall, it's cleaner and easier to move around the island. Whether you're heading to work, to school, to the ferry, or cross around Gozo, every ride is part of a bigger change. All this leads to a brighter and better future for Gozo. One bus ride at a time. Take the bus and move with the future.
Or perhaps we need to rethink education. Perhaps our schools look like they were 100 years ago, before the age of technology, and we're still producing factory workers to move out in the workforce. Maybe we need to change our education to focus on better communication, as we're doing now. Maybe better critical thinking. Maybe we need our education to create kids which understand what it means to collaborate on projects jointly. In other things, we need to become better at being human, not merely better at using technology, or perhaps we need both.
Let me rephrase myself. 9.4 million people unemployed by 2030.
Yeah.
That's the potential situation.
It's scary, right?
9.4 from just one company.
Yeah.
What happens there?
Yeah. So we are moving into an entirely different world. And in this world, our present systems, economic systems of tax, relief for unemployment, and retraining, they no longer work. So for me, when I follow political agendas in different European countries, I say, but why is no one thinking about this huge change? We need to rethink how we tax people. We need to rethink how we train people. So I'll tell you this about these drivers. Are we, as governments, providing retraining mechanisms for these individuals to find gainful employment, or we're just leaving them there in a vacuum? So we now live in a world, Luca, where you need to be able to reinvent yourself every 3 years. Like there was a time, maybe in the generation before mine, where you choose a profession. I don't know, maybe you're a lawyer, a family doctor, an engineer, or whatever, and that's your profession for 40 years. That's gone, right? It's gone. Now, the most important skill of today is adaptability. Can those drivers adapt to a changing economic environment? Can they learn new skills? So employability is no longer about what you learned.
And what you love at the end of the day.
Absolutely. It is your ability to adapt to these new areas of what you love time and time again. And that's the skill we need. I think the best word for it, it's resilience.